Hey guys, Brian Haywood here. Welcome back to my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel. And just did a little beard trim here. So we're going to finish that off by trying a straight razor. So it's kind of a product review, but not exactly, because I'm definitely not an expert with straight razors. But this one, the owner of the Tradesmen Provision Company, he sent this out to me to try. I told him I'm not an expert at the straight razors. I've had two. One was a shavette where you insert the blade. And for that one, the blade was like in too far and it kind of slipped around and I couldn't really get the hang of it. The other one was a full-sized. It wasn't, it was just a straight razor. It wasn't a shavette. And that one needed to be sharpened a lot, and I didn't want to spend the time or invest in getting the materials I needed to keep it sharp. So this one is another one that's a shavette, if you will. It's got a replaceable blade. You take your razor blade and you just bend it in half, and it's got a little spring system. I don't know if you guys can see that. All you do is you pinch right there, and the blade comes right out. Okay, or you can pinch and put it right back in. There you go, really easy. And this one is the one I've been using the blade. I'm not putting in a fresh blade because that is just going to call for me bleeding on camera. So I'll try not to do that today. There's several different ways you can go about doing your cheek lines. Obviously you can use other tools besides a straight razor, but there's also lineup tools that you can use so you won't get too far off of where you're aiming for. Because a lot of times what you have to do with a straight razor is kind of keep your skin tight. So if you start pulling up on your skin, you might have a tendency to slip down too low, and you don't want to get that cheek line creep where it keeps creeping down over the few months that you're working on establishing your line. You want to keep it as high as possible. So I might line my cheeks off here using the brink tool, which I showed you guys on one of my last videos. So I might do that, and then we'll try it. Some barbers actually spray hairspray, like an old-timey hairspray on it. You'll see it a lot on barber shops, and when you see pictures, and it looks like they've kind of got like a little powdery line. What they're actually doing is pushing down that dry hairspray, and it ends up kind of creating a line. It kind of looks like they've done a barber pencil, but they haven't. So some barbers try that. I may try that in a future video. I've tried just dry, and I do okay until I start trying to really hone in on an area and get it just right, and that's where I have a little bit of aggravation, skin irritation. I haven't really bled too much, which is good. That's kind of scary. But you can also use some shave oils. There's some gels that are clear. I just picked this up at Walmart. I'll probably buy, I think there's one called, I don't even remember what it's called, but one that I'm looking at, I might pick up off Amazon. But this is just shave oil. It's called Shave Secret. It was $3 and something at Walmart. So I'm going to try putting that on. It's kind of like beard oil. It says it's all natural, nut-based oils and that kind of thing. So I could just use beard oil if I wanted to, but you can try using a hot rag to try to open up your pores a little bit, get everything ready. So I did that just a second ago. Let me go ahead and line this thing off as best I can, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, so hold on. All right, so I got everything lined off using the brink here. I'm going just a little bit above where the corner of my mouth is. You can check out that last video I did about where you might consider keeping your cheek line depending on your growth and what style of beard that you're looking to keep. So I'm going to put a little bit of shave oil on there as soon as I open the little plastic. Yeah, this stuff's kind of like beard oil. It's got a little bit of a minty, kind of a mint barbershop kind of vibe to it. You don't want to go too high, because up here you're going to be kind of trying to hold your skin in place to get some tension when you're using the straight razor. So you got to keep from going too high, and then you also don't want to get this oil all over your fingers, especially. A lot of times you'll use your thumb to put right here to keep it from your skin from being too pliable. You want a little bit of pressure there, a little bit of tension. All right, so we got that on. Let's see if I can get all this oil off my fingers as best I can. Now, it takes a while to play around with this thing to figure out the right angles. I'm left-handed in a right-handed world, so I have kind of messed around using it with my right hand a little bit and can do it. But you can also, if you're just careful, you can figure out which angle you need to get to edge everything out for your cheek line especially. And my glasses is like casting shadows and everything else, but I'm afraid not to take them off because it'll be a mess. We're going to do the best we can on it. You want to be careful about both ends of it. Sometimes you're working with one end of it that you're looking at, and then this back end might be going into an area you don't want it to go into, all right? So maybe I will take the glasses off. We'll see how it goes here. So you want to hold your skin here somehow or another. And instead of like when you're using the clippers to trim your beard, you want kind of long, confident strokes. It's a little bit different. You kind of just like chip, chip, chip away at it. But you got to find the right angle. It's really flat against your skin. And then you're kind of feeling the pressure on it and then seeing what's happening as well when you do this. So let's see how it goes. You can also hear it. That's looking pretty good. When I first started this, I had to go back and check. It's like, is it really shaving anything? Because you don't have to put a lot of pressure. All right, and then for the mustache here, I kind of have to go this direction with it. Right, so I got that side. Just wipe this off. Like I said, I am no expert at this, so if you guys have some tips for me, I'll be glad to. So don't think of this as a huge tutorial, because it's just me maybe doing this 3 times. With this particular one, this time, I've tried it a few times, like I said in the past, but let's see what we can do with this side. And this side is a little bit harder. And let's try the mustache this way a little bit. And mine will grow. Got a little bit of growth that goes way high. So I may just go back with a different kind of blade and get that. And it depends on your growth and the color of your beard and all of that about how crisp your lines can be. Mine can only be so crisp because of how light my hair is. I've got white hairs and blonde hairs and red hairs, and it's not super thick growth. As I said on my last video, let me see if I can wipe off that line a little bit. And no cuts because I'm using a little bit duller blade, so shh on that. You guys tell me how often you change your blades, how many lineups you get in between changing your blades. This will probably be 4 for me or so, playing around with this thing. It feels smooth. I actually kind of like the shave oil a little bit better than just doing it dry. You can always go back with a little bit of aftershave that you don't use as much anymore because you don't shave. You can go back with that and kind of hit those areas just in case. But there we go. That's the last piece of the puzzle when you do a little beard trim. So I just did a little beard trim, took the bottom, then the sides, kind of edged everything out. mustache, and then the last thing was the cheek line there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out these wonderful, really nice. It's got the tension screw and everything, but it was kind of came as the perfect tension, spring loaded. And this was, once again, this is the Tradesmen Provisions Company. Anyway, so check them out. I'll put some information below for them. And as always, guys, I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next video.